Are you one of the many players who hasn't gotten green fire into the 5.4 patch? Well, you're not alone. This guide is going to show you how to beat the fight without using purification potions or without sacrificing your imp. Must-have talents include Soul Leech, Dark Bargain, and Grimoire of Sacrifice. And you'll want to be sure to pick up the glyphs of Siphon Life, Fear, and Enslaved Demon. There are a couple of really cool changes with the 5.4 patch that make this fight significantly easier. One of them involves your ability to soulstone yourself while you have the Pit Lord enslaved. It counts as a party member and you can actually self-res during combat. Along with the Pit Lord counting as a party member, you can control it after you've died. You can actually maintain control of the Pit Lord for a very long time, so long as you're not spamming the pet action bars. If you only use the buttons when the cooldowns are up, you can maintain control of the Pit Lord for a very long time. On one of my early attempts, I got Kenrethad from 13% to 5% after I'd died, only by controlling the Pit Lord. The reason why we won't be sacrificing our imp or using purification potions during this guide is because you'll be able to dispel yourself by standing in the fire from the Pit Lord, and you'll want to use the tanking cooldowns from having sacrificed your Void Reaver. You want to place your gateway in the center of the room so that you can drop your aggro at key points during the fight. You may want to put yours in a different spot, but this is what happened to work best for me.
3, 2, 1.
Beginning of the fight, you'll want to make sure that you're setting up your Rain of Fire so that it does not splash the gate. The reason for this is when the Pit Lord comes out, we're going to fear it first before enslaving it to get extra casting time on the boss. Because the cooldown on using the gate has been nerfed significantly with the 5.4 patch, we're actually not going to be dropping aggro to have Chaos Bolt forced to be cast on the Pit Lord. Instead, we're going to soak Chaos Bolt by using personal cooldowns. After you enslave the demon, you'll want to make sure that you position him so that he's facing you. This way it's easier to stand in his breath when you need to dispel the debuffs off of yourself. The first time Kenrethad runs to the center of the room, he actually does not cast Chaos Bolt. This will give you some extra time to build up plenty of embers for the next stage of the fight. Also, don't forget to continuously stand in the breath from the Pit Lord to dispel yourself as often as possible. Next, make sure to position the Pit Lord so that he's facing the gate, Soul Shatter, and even use the gateway if you need to drop your threat. This way, the goal is to have the imps attack the Pit Lord instead of you. This will allow you to keep Rain of Fire up on the imps even longer, which will give you even more embers to Chaos Bolt Kenrethad. Here we'll be soaking our first Chaos Bolt by using Shadow Bulwark and Twilight Ward. This only works if you have full health. You'll want to reserve your Pit Lord's charge ability to interrupt Kenrethad's Cataclysm. The only other way to avoid Cataclysm is to stand on the stairs near the entrance. As soon as you've successfully interrupted the first Cataclysm, you'll want to move the Pit Lord into the corner to the right side of the gate. If you don't move him out of the line of sight from Fellhounds when they come out, they will break the enslaved on the demon. An alternative option is to move him to the left side of the gate and stay to the right side while you kill the Fellhounds, but this only works if you kill the Fellhounds very quickly. Otherwise, he's safe in the corner out of sight from the Fellhounds. Many players, including myself, have really struggled with the Fellhound phase of the fight. This is a great place to use Dark Bargain if you need to absorb some extra damage. Here you'll see it's been a while since I've dispelled myself, which is why I'm getting these purple splotches on the ground. If you do have purification potions, you may be able to avoid them. Here I got really lucky because I was able to use the charge ability on Kenrethad with the Pit Lord while he was in the corner. The graphic shows him disabled while the Pit Lord is still running to him. Right before Kenrethad summons the Doom Guard is a great time for you to both use Soul Shatter and your gate to drop a threat. drop your threat right before the Doom Guard comes out, and fear him immediately when you see him. You shouldn't have to worry about him for the rest of the fight, because he'll turn around and start attacking the Pit Lord. Here you can see that I'm really starting to take a lot of ticking damage from having not dispelled myself earlier. This is a fatal error, however, being able to use your Soul Stone, you get an extra reprieve during the fight. If I hadn't died, I would have wanted to drop the Enslaved Demon on the Pit Lord at this point and re-enslave it, because the duration of the ability would be about wearing out anyway. At this part of the fight, it's just a repeat of the previous phases. Depending on your DPS, you may or may not have already killed him. Just try to keep yourself alive and endure until you get him down.